Hello, friend, and welcome back once again to Grigsby's War in the East. We're here with yet another turn 36. We get 500,000 men on the map, all from the Soviet theater boxes, from the reserves. It's nice. So we get a lot of men again. Germans going down. Either way, my opponent does have an excess garrison in Western Europe, but a shortage of forces in Finland, so that evens out, I guess. Smolensk partisans, Soviet partisans, and this is already something from last turn. Let's go and take a look, although I wouldn't expect my opponent to have done too much now that he is on the defensive. He has some reserves here, though. Nothing. One attack here to rout my cavalry. Fair enough. Already knew that was going to happen. He's, I guess, trying to get out, kinda, while holding a line. Oh, that's too bad. He actually even attacked with 2 infantry divisions. But still failed there. Meanwhile, we're going in here. Seems like he was unable to do anything there. Can I actually even see anything about the damage on these things again? No. Well, the only thing that I want to do is change both of these priorities. Okay, so apparently do I only have these available? 79th? Oh, those are patrol boats. Huh. I really thought that, alright, more, okay. Let's, work it out this way then. Let's cancel this one for now, and I will focus only on this one. And I don't want to go over those HQs. It's a bit of a problem that this thing is in the way. Because now I cannot move this one. I don't know how to get rid of this. I mean, I could move the hex, but that doesn't help me. Alright. I only need a few to get through. While focusing on the port. If I do partial escort, my plane's just gonna die. Yeah, so... Okay. Not sure why they wouldn't be able to fly at Sevastopol. I'll indeed use these two. And the target hex will be this. Actually, I don't need to at this point already. So let's delete the air directive, and they will fly if my opponent does come up. So I really only need that bombing. This will be bad. I will probably lose most of those planes. Well, last time it was 65%. This time 49. Well, that's something. Something. Alright, I don't know how damaged these ports are, but these are not completely isolated, so there is that. I cannot see it, of course. And like I said, I don't know how damaged the port is by this point. But we'll see. They are at 0.9. So I should be able to get them this way. That's 7,269 and 102 guns surrendered. Let's take a look. Opponent already starting to get heavies here, but that's another German division. Very nice. Seems like he was trying to hold in that section. Fair enough. I don't want it to be city fort. Okay. The second reserve army is currently overburdened, so I need to get some units from 2nd into 7th. Reserve army, one last one. Okay. Let's start from the back with a regular cavalry. These are really weak though. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That's nothing spectacular. I think these two will go back, fix themselves right up. Now, I can get 3rd Cavalry to move, but first... This guy is not that bad, but... I have no mech. So a 4-6 would actually... Well, yeah, 6-5-5-2. 5-4-5. Actually don't have that many gray generals left. Let's keep you then. About second reserve army? There's Chuikov too, so I'll keep him too. Alright, let's get that cavalry corps. How weak are you? 0.7. So they can probably even do that on a soft attack here. 2.3. Yeah. I figured they'd be very weak. They got routed. Lost pretty much all their men. I wonder if... yeah, did get routed out of there. Okay. Now, this is a 2, so it probably needs a heart attack. Let's go over to this side. 0.1, 0.2. They didn't lose that much, but they still got routed. Let's get in the 80 first. And since they're not going to move anymore, I'll just do a deliberate attack here. Road Construction Battalion, huh? This completely takes down all of those units. 1 tank. I'm actually very curious what that 1 armored unit is, or AFV. 1 R1. Interesting that the Romanians also have HEVs. As Axis generic, yeah. Fair enough. No Soviet losses too. That's a pretty big deal. I want to surround the 5th Romanian Cavalry and the Frontier Romanian Infantry. So I'll have to beat them on this side too. With some luck I can isolate 6th Mountain and 5th Mountain, but I think he'll try to... I think he'll get away. Through Feodosia or stay on that hex. Which, to be honest, I actually don't think is that great for my opponent, but... if we're looking... Because I can do interdiction pretty easily there. Maybe. I'm getting it more easily around here, but... let's actually... yeah, we'll get to 4. That's actually a marginally powerful German division there, which is interesting. Let's see, let's take Ishun. And what I'll do is a soft attack here first. Easy. But I didn't really want to use the cavalry corps for that, but well, you can go in here and you cannot. So let's use 9th Cavalry here too. I want to route these, I think 2-to-1. Let's beef him up with another tank brigade. They got completely routed, so that's very nice. Okay. So let's go around. That's only problem here is I can go here, take this hex, this down here, and then the best they can do is take this hex. Which means they will still have a quarter of 1 hex left over at that point. You guys cannot attack. They do have a 6.1 in defense. Now I have to mechanize 2 more cavalry to attack with. I can probably get them out of Zankoi. Next turn the blizzards will be over. So there is that too. That will effectively also mean that my push for the moment is over. Do I attack? I have probably nothing that can get in there and attack now. Extra, right? So let's attack. That did push both of them back. Fair enough. move forward. Which is weird because it costs 4. Well, maybe it's 5 for the other one. I wonder what that infantry is going to be up to. But one thing I'm kind of interested in doing, I guess, is attacking again. And I'll continue to jam the tank brigades. So that the rest of the Romanians are also being made unavailable for defense, really. Which gets access losses up to 60k this turn. Does seem like he has more Axis allied forces though, so that's pretty interesting. How that works. Let's actually take those tank brigades again. We'll see how hard that 76th Infantry Division is going to attack. Let's continue working on this rather crazy road. I will certainly put a depot up there. That's not in this city, but that's okay for the moment. Because I would guess this 76th Infantry Division is still in there. Got some decent amount of ground, and because I had to do a lot of fighting here, the Romanian casualties are somewhat delaying my advance, although they are fairly weak, like these. I should actually be able to defeat them just solely with this mountain unit. They retreated fairly quickly here as well, down to a 1. Which, in all fairness, is not what I wanted to see, but 0.9. Let's get in the guards. Slightly better losses, but still barely anything. A bigger challenge would be the 71st Infantry. I actually think I cannot beat them. At this point, I'm also really weak. So, well, I can try. No, you can't. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna switch these up. Move into this hex. Probably with a second unit as well. Otherwise it's just a joke. Again, these attacks against the Romanian cavalry, they're not amazing, but... Alright, that's a decent attack. Also, given that these guys are more powerful, with over 16k. Alright, let's keep moving here. And I'll have these two armies go into there. They're both refitting, so that's fine. They still have to work along this singular rail line. To do anything. Funny that this Romanian cavalry division supposedly is also quite powerful. I find that pretty funny, but... You can only do a soft attack? Ah, it's a bunch of poop. You're gonna get routed too, but... Alright, let's move them somewhere else then. My opponent has two powerful infantry divisions in there. I don't like to be on the receiving end of that. That means, though... Yeah, let's also... You see, my opponent's not going to reach the Crimea anytime soon. Yeah, he's gotten the planes out. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna... go for it here. These anti-tank units are gonna do a whole lot. I'll probably not make it though. No. Dang it. It was a pretty bad attack, yeah. Too bad. Too damn bad. Now, I am gonna get these two there to refit, and these two are gonna move to Kirch. Are you gonna move to Kirch? Yes, you are. They won't get more troops at Kirch, so they'll have to go further, but SN19, these two are probably not gonna attack either way. Yeah. Okay. Can't do anything there. As far as I'm concerned, let's see. Get 2 more units on our Crimean front. Funny thing is, if I move 9th Army HQ now, cavalry is now in reach of 9th Army. And they're actually in command range. That's pretty funny. That means 2nd Reserve Army now has a space free. And I can also get more units under 12th Army. But not this cavalry. Now, how powerful did this say these guys were? Too powerful. Well. As I said, we hold some positions. So It's a bit of a mess, this front line again, like that. But let's see if I can go and dig in for the summer, basically. Or for the spring. Yeah, that's not gonna work. The only area where I might be able to attack is these. And opponent also lost 2,000 there. That's good. The Romanian unit is gone too. One of these is very poor, the other one is quite powerful. Interesting. I'll get these guys out for rest and refitting. Okay. None of the other ones will move at that point. I will move these two. And these. It's interesting that my opponent decided to retreat, but I guess it does shorten his lines again a little bit. And he does actually have a marginally solid line fleshed out there now, so... I still think it was a productive winter. Basically, I took back, or I re-entered the Crimea. I mean, we're not done here yet. And then we took back all of this territory here, Kharkov, and then basically some line up till here, basically. I did take that. So I actually do think that, you know, compared to what the Germans took historically, which is like, or the Russians took historically, which is like this piece. They pushed them back a little bit here, everywhere, and then also here. As much as a crisis as it looked like for the Germans, the Russians took a marginal amount, I guess. So I was working on that rail line, and then I also had another rail construction unit around here somewhere. This one, which is working on this rail line further down here. I'll have to get it to move over here to work on these rail lines, both towards Nikopol and then Apostolovo. My opponent wisely has abandoned that. Fair enough. I'm going to attack the tanks. Over here? No. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Not this one. Okay. Push them back. Let's get you out of there. maybe. And let's see if I can get another unit in. Not you. So only, well, 5th guards is actually too weak. Let's get 14th guards. I can't attack with that rifle division. There we go, it did work on the second time. That's also an easy push. Another infantry with 17,000 men. Does go for sure that my opponent actually does have quite a lot of manpower out there again. I wonder how many disabled men go back to the front every turn, because it's actually quite a bit. He really does get back like 20k or something, actually a lot. So I guess there's no way any of those can go in there. You have 30. So use 2 mechanized. They lost another 60 tanks. I lost 37, but he lost Panzer 3Js, Panzer 4Fs, and I lost BT7s and T38. So that is quite worth it, if you ask me. I have to say that my goal here, again, is to gotta cut a piece of the rail line and try to basically just get behind my opponent. Huh. Well, that certainly is unexpected. What might not be unexpected is my desire to attack these tank divisions and get another 58 tanks. Panzer 3Js and Panzer 4S. Still has a bunch of Panzer 2s, but who cares? Mechanized divisions can't take anything. I will actually attack again. How many losses did they take the first time? It's these? No. 8th Panzer. I did not attack 8th Panzer this turn. 13th. Really? Alright. Yeah, I did not. Well, we'll see if they rout them. My opponent routs them. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. I will try to pour reinforcements into this area down here. Rank, but no, that's certainly not powerful enough. I would not be able to beat them like that. Okay, my opponent's trying to get these guys fixed up, which is fair enough. Oh, it's a 17 and then I have this cavalry over here. That has to be good. If I were to attack with all of them, say, next turn, that's also not enough. It's also fair. There, 5, 12. Also swamp. So it costs 5 to get in there. That actually quite sucks because I do need a triple stack, I think, at the very least in there. Even to hold that hex. Yeah. I guess so. I do find a bit weird that his Axis allied units, he got so many. Yeah, that's no good. Alright. I will be taking a little break. After attacking here, I really need to try and keep up the pressure. Wherever I can, just to try and beat back that summer offensive as well. Or just overall beat down his forces. That worked quite nicely. It's a clear terrain hex though. Oof. Thing is, next turn I will not be able to attack again either way. Might be able to take back this hex though, but that's about it. I did get a lot of reinforcements like I talked about. A lot of them still need to reorganize though. Thought I could turn brigades into divisions. But I guess not. I would have to check how to do that. From what time that is. I'm quite sure you can do that. Turn 3 brigades into a division. But apparently not yet, at least. Yeah, I have no other attacks. This is interesting. Still a 9, but I also still feel not confident enough to break that. I also don't necessarily think there's a need to yet, but it really depends on my other successes. The thing is that this is a pretty straight line down here, so I can actually push my back opponent quite a bit before it actually becomes a problem to his rail lines. You basically need to get all the way here near Warsaw before this push becomes a real threat to all of this, in terms of supplies that is, because basically everything for up here runs through Warsaw and then at best, for me at least, through Brest-Litovsk and then up to Minsk. So only there does it become a problem to his supply lines. Anywhere else, I guess he wouldn't be that concerned with that push for that long, although the difficulty for him will be to man an additional front line further down, but I don't think he'd be having that many worries just yet. Whee! Yeah, let's try to keep him on the back foot. For at least one more turn. I'll take a little break. Thanks for watching. Take care, see you next time, and bye-bye. Not many guys survived here, this first man. Just one Maxim machine gun crew. One field gun crew. 2 artillery crews and some support. That's not a lot. What will the artillery actually be? Will it will turn into regular cavalry? Alright. I also see another attack opportunity over here. Again, almost equal losses are very good for me. I have the replacement. My opponent doesn't. How many men did that unit have? 17,000 again, so he is able to reinforce them. I need to get my opponent's manpower pool down. That's still 450k. But I guess we'll get there eventually. Either way, time for a break. Alright, back. Let's start reorganizing a little bit in the north as far as that might be necessary. Take a look at which guys are on refit and shouldn't be. Alright, sweet. Then let's take a look at some of these guys. Because as much as I like a 4, I like a 6 a whole lot better. Let's move you in there. You in there. And this also is a 5. So it ramps it up to a 40 something instead of a 30 something. Which is necessary because this is also actually 21 and 13, so it's pretty rough, and these together is also very high. The only thing I want in refit then potentially is you. All of those can stay there. The only thing I want is to get these onto this Leningrad hex. And I'll actually take the 285th Division out. Alright. Next, 6 and 6, 5 of 6, that's all fine. A 4 and a 3, not a big fan of that. So at least that's a 4 now. And being on 10,000. I'd rather have the 200 and or the 160th go there. Need to maintain those level 3 fortresses too, so I'll also keep having infantry divisions on each of those hexes, which is soaking up a lot of manpower. But as long as I cannot get or create cores out of them, I cannot build up the necessary strength there to start really pushing. Alright, finally get these out, these in. I actually need reinforcements here too, because this is looking quite paltry now against these fresh units. And if he's going to try and make a push here, I don't want to say it's super likely. But let's start getting 3 brigades. I was checking that you can only make brigades into rifle divisions from 1st of April. And you can make the airborne corps or the airborne brigades into guards divisions from 1st of March, which is next turn. That's why I put all of them on the map. But these brigades can then start digging in as a second line. And or I can make, you know, double units out of that too. I think that's also pretty good actually. These guys are all pretty weak. Either way, let's send 2 of these to Bologu. I wonder if I can take them off there. No. Well, then I might as well just rail them there. So there's that. Next up, I want to have the motorized brigades in reserve. Well, let's see first. So I want to see if I have any other rifle brigades, and the answer is no. Most of them are all divisions. Okay, first of all, let's get that 4th reserve army full. And I'm gonna send you out. Further down. Into Poltava. I'm gonna put both 422nd and 421st onto Stavka. Because they are doing pretty reasonable, so I want to send at least 2 of them there. And I guess over here. Cannot get off the train right now. Okay. I have here the 6th Reserve Army. And I'm also going to send units there. First things first, let's just move you in here and put you guys under the 6th Reserve Army. None of these can be used yet, so there's no particular need to either. Okay. Let's send another 3 units there. Or at least 2, I should say. Cannot take those off from there, that's fine. Sixth Reserve Army can still take 2 more units. One on Voronezh. And the other on Uzman. Now, to be honest, I'd actually prefer having the cavalry not there. What I can do, for example, next turn is I can take them off of those level 3 forts. Or, yeah, just get them to stay there. Which will allow me to disband those forts, and I can make new ones, because I currently have 50 forts already. I can actually... Two more units there, huh? I'm gonna send 2 more units from here. Being fresh units over to Voronezh. Put both of them under the 6th Reserve Army. So that's full now. 53rd Army can also take a bunch of units. Probably a good idea. And let's get them started. I'll switch that guy up so they'll go to 4. I can already go here and put more units into the 53rd. Better than keeping them in Stavka. Let's get another let's get another 3. My rail lines here were in serious trouble for this turn, but that's what happens. Apparently I put them under the 4th Reserve Army. Well, they should be under the 53rd. I can change it up later. Let's try to keep the ones under the 4th Reserve Army here at least. Let's build them on refit. These guys. Also gonna go down. Okay, that's good. Means I can use 24th Guards to reinforce some other unit. Still have half a mind to move in here. Let's do it. As an 8, that's not particularly amazing. But we'll see how that unfolds. My opponent might just not actually go crazy there. We'll see. He is 11. Yeah, he might or might not. Right, well, shit. The only thing I have is this mechanized. Let's get them there. Doesn't make this position all that much better. 5,000 men, how are they even? They must be unready. No? Jeez. That's insane. Let's get you here, because it's the worst defensive position for now. Still so many positions where I have armor up front, really, for the moment. It's really not good. Anyway. Initially I was busy with other things, and that's what I should have kept on doing. Let's see. 10,000 here, or less. $9,000 isn't even that bad, but still, there's no reason to have any weird shenanigans going on. That's 28th Army. I need at least a division to allow me to shift units from first shock. Now, at this point, they're overburdened. Let's take the calf and just refit them for a turn at least, but Northwestern Front is now fine. Right, I'll have the Cavalry Corps as a reserve there. Now, 56th Army. Only 14 units under the Kalina, or they can take one more. Why not? During 75th is not doing super amazing, so 77, 79. Ooh. Well. Barely makes a difference, but it's fine. I have some units here that would need switching. And I think this Latvian unit would be doing just fine. Okay. I'll get all the motorized brigades to the back for a bit. Just to get some order in that chaos. Okay. You're still refitting, and that's going just fine. Switch you up. They can stay there. Both of these can go down as reinforcements over to this area. I guess preferably over there. It's really not getting over the river here. The Sula River. No. They'll probably get their ass kicked too. Okay. You should refit, you should refit, although I think they're probably just gonna come a rifle division, yeah. Have a third reserve army. Right. Let's take a look. At the depots. Refit. You should refit too. Oh. Zagorsk. Okay, that has all these units somewhat taken care of. Let's take a look at the rest of the line. Those two ain't looking too hot, but these two are still refitting. And none of these guys got a whole lot. Only thing I can do switch up them. You there, and you into Narofomynsk. So this is fine. Kind of. If you look at attacks, my opponent did not attack there. Okay. Next up. Nice. I'm inclined to just put these under the Kalinin front. I need to rail these out. I need to put them in reserve, which I cannot do this turn. That's where they need to go. Stack is also exceptionally poor. These are first reserve army. So I mean, that's a 16. I know he's gonna attack, most likely. I will assign them a good tank brigade and some anti-tank regiments. So that hopefully they might take out a few of those tanks. Puts them at 17 instead of 16. I'm going to put all of them under the 11th.
put some under the NEVA operational group. Okay. They're not likely attacking there, but I still prefer this. You're also becoming a rifle division. Yes, you are. I'm gonna go rail them out. Put them on Stavka. Which is like you. The Western Front can then take a few more units, but I actually have some half decent unit here with 4 strength at least. I'll keep all of these on refit. So you can be already. But I'll wait one more turn. The units at Kaluga, 103 and then 16th can go somewhere. Also refitting. To have decent units, let's for the moment switch out these two for these two. It's 8th Army. Three and a 3 for 2 and a 2. Guess it probably doesn't even. Yeah, it matters a little bit. And again, they have 2,000 more troops, so that's good. Afterwards, I'll take these out. Because that's clearly also not amazing. I guess next turn I can actually deal with that. This is next turn, right? Yeah. Potentially, at least. So they'll all stay in refit. Not you, though. $14,000. Oh, it's a Far East Rifle Division. Huh. It's pretty funny that they're a lot bigger. Uh-oh. Don't like that 7,000, but I guess we'll get it fixed. And let's get these out too. 87. They're not as powerful as I would have liked, but get those to refit. Okay. There we go. That's the Bryansk front. Wonder if we got any name changes. Let's take a look. Yes, we did. Quite a lot of artillery here. Interesting. And then 3 guards. Okay, fair enough. Let's continue here with Central Front, having too many units under its belt. Switch you up, 53rd as well. Technically they're okay now. Alright. How are the other fronts? Because Southwestern Front can actually take a bunch more. But they would need another army for that. I actually have 3 more armies arrive. Nice. You're not too amazing. Stefan Kalinin is bad. This is 9th, 10th. And then 8th is in Saratov. I don't mind having a reserve army there. I also moved the other 2 reserve armies over to the Moscow area to be unloaded next turn and do their job there. Two mountain divisions. I think they can be of use around here. Let's just get them here for now, and I can move them further along if I want. Alright, I already took care of this. Okay. I'll just let them continue to gain combat points here. Get them a little bit stronger. Let's make this a bit nicer too. Third. Whereas so sixth. There we go. And then I will have reinforcements on the way in the 8th Reserve Army and additional units. And then Southwestern Front can be beefed up. 5th Reserve Army. I can actually take 2 more units. They don't need to take this guards though. I was actually thinking about still attacking with these, but yeah, I can actually do that. It's probably not going to be the most productive attack, but we'll see. Not bad. Snagged another 1,000 German troops. And the more interesting thing is that those HQs are displaced. The attack itself isn't really worth a whole lot. Although it is again a German retreat, so I think I got 12 guns. These guys are very weak here. 2-3, so obviously not amazing. And I cannot beef them up, which makes sense. Still, my opponent's situation on this side is not super amazing, and depending on how he responds here, he's marginally weak over on this side. So like, I actually think, am I going to give up 2,000 men here? Yeah. I actually think I do. Even though I know they'll be beaten, it's just annoying for their movement. Alright, there we go. That'll be on 5th reserve. Sun front actually like this is at 59. So it could also use another front or something. I do not think my opponent will get to Rostov. And so I'm actually gonna get you out. I'll leave the fortress, there's no reason to abandon it. But I do think the 388th Rifle Division can be a good contribution to the front down here. Now, everything down here will no longer be Blizzard, so that is something to keep in mind. How is the rail on that one hex? I think I do have rail there, right? Yeah. Like to maintain some decent defense. And that is it. I'll take care of support units, etc. on the next next turn. There are quite a few, but I want to get rid of the units under Stavka, etc. first. And it's just a bunch of anti-tank regiments, few artillery, it's not that much. So it's fine. Still not moving in there, I guess that's a death trap, unless I have actually something else, like a core or something to put in there, and I don't think it's worth it. Again, I think if I can attack, I probably should. Yep. Almost always try that. 3-1, here we go. Are they? They're all at least under 13th Army. Don't like that general. Let's just get you included. Yeah, okay. Not super amazing result here. 3-to-1 odds, and I lost 25 tanks, but I can miss them. And I guess it keeps my opponent on the back foot too. It's not even an important area. Alright, that's it for this turn. So, situation on the front line, we're breaking into the Crimea. It'll be difficult for my opponent to handle the situation here, I think. We're still somewhat advancing down here, slowly for the moment, but not only are we getting reinforcements, kind of really have to wait till July before I can get core and really can start things going. Get a bunch of reinforcements, so let's take a look at the metrics. Victory points, initiative, high watermark, victory points, total men. Yeah, total guns, AFVs, and aircraft. Map men, we have a 50% advantage now over the Germans. Map guns, it's been pretty stagnant for my opponent, interestingly. Map AFVs, slowly going down for my opponent, that's good. Map aircraft. Manpower losses, can't really see it right now. Gun losses, AFV losses. Losses so far, current turn, Axis losses 72,000, Soviet losses 45,000. So that works out quite nicely. Mostly Axis allied units, so I did get this 20-second air landing, which is nice. Those men captured won't be coming back, of course. And we'll keep on the pressure. Means that the Germans have 3 million men on the map once again, or at least active here. We're at 5.861. I'll ship it back. And that's that. Yeah, I really took care of it. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.